about a year ago, a friend was actually throwing a pool party, and it was like an end of the semester, beginning of the summer, fun time, right?
Yeah.
Small party, big get together. I knew most of the people, but not everybody. And it was at his house, his family's house, right?
Mm-hmm.
And his family's super cool. So we're all drinking. And it's not like cool underage drinking. It's like we're all like, this is only a year ago. I'm like 22. We're all well above the legal limit.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, sure.
I promise. We're all above the legal limit. We're all drinking legally. And his family's super cool.
I believe you.
Thank you. And upstairs, we're all most of us are in his room and we're like playing like, was it Jackbox or, you know what I mean? Those party games.
I don't go to parties. I'm lame.
You don't go to parties, lame? Okay, dude, this is a crazy party story then for you. That was going on upstairs and we're all drinking upstairs. And downstairs, his family was finishing up, they were watching some movie. I think it was like Harry Potter movie. I only caught the ending of it. But basically, if I remember correctly, Harry Potter cast a spell at Voldemort and he cast a spell back and their lightning bolts were going and they were fighting each other and they're holding off for power.
Yeah.
And then Harry Potter was about to lose, but then his dead parents came back as ghosts and they're like, we'll save you, son. I don't know Harry Potter. Do you know which one that is?
I think that was Goblet of Fire, my guy.
That sounds about right. Goblet of Fire. So they're watching Goblet of Fire. I only caught the ending of it.
Yeah.
And then we did average boring things during the day. There was some grilling, stuff like that. They made me and Kylie veggie dogs. It was awesome.
Oh, baby.
And then when it got nighttime is when like the real party started.
Always.
All the parents and all of his sisters and brothers went to sleep. It's just the cool kids. And we go, it's like 11 o'clock probably. I don't know how late that is. 11 o'clock p.m.
8:30 p.m.
8:30 p.m. They went right to bedtime. About around 11, we all go out to the back and it is pitch black outside. He has a huge backyard with a huge pool and a pretty fairly big jacuzzi connected to it.
Ooh.
It's slightly elevated to the pool, but you can hop in and out just crawling over some rocks.
Oh, yeah.
And it is like huge, right? And there's no lights on outside. The only lights are coming from inside the pool. You can only see like the big pool, wavy blue, pretty lights, and same with the jacuzzi. And then you hop over in the jacuzzi and you can't hear anything. It's all blub, 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 blub. You know how jacuzzis are super loud. Blub, 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 blub. That's my best jacuzzi noise. And then it's all steamy, right? I'm trying to set a mood. It's all steamy, right?
Yeah.
Most of us are in the jacuzzi, but actually I would say all of us, you know, some people have their feet in, whatever. We're all gossiping and talking. And if you ever get, I don't know if you've ever been in the situation, if you ever get a bunch of drunk college kids in a jacuzzi late at night and they're just shit-faced, the idea of skinny dipping will come up 100%, except the girls will say it all like innocent fun. The girls were all like, oh my God, like, wouldn't it be crazy if like we got naked? Like that. But then bros will say it like really like, dude, like, I'm not going to get naked till you get naked. No way, bro. I'm not going to get naked till you get naked. And I'm like, whoa, there's a lot to unpack over on that side of the jacuzzi, right? But this goes on for like 5-10 minutes. I was like, would it be crazy? Oh my God. No, I'm not going to do it. You do it first. That thing, right? And I'm over by myself, right? I'm with my girlfriend, but when I get drunk, I get real quiet and I get in my head, right? And I'm sitting there, I'm like, this party needs a hero. I'll be its cause. No. I'll be its savior. So I drink the last of my drink. I throw it all. I crush it over my skull. No, I just set it aside. And I crawl out of the jacuzzi over like these rock tiles, right? And I crawl over those into the pool and I go splash. And then everyone's like, what's Curtis up to? What are you doing, bud? And then I'm like, oh, nothing. And then Kylie, my girlfriend's the one looking at me last. Everyone turns away. He's like, okay, he's just doing something weird. But my girlfriend's still looking at me. She's like, he's up to something. But then as soon as she turns away, I'm not even in her mind anymore. Drunk people have no object permanency. Everyone turns away. I'm out of sight, out of mind. I'm just swimming in the pool by myself. And I'm like, I'm going to regret this. Now's my time. No one's looking. I grab my waistband, I grab my American flag swim trunks, and I pull them off slowly. And then with my left hand, I'm cupping my dick and balls. And then with my right, I shit you not, I scream like Muscle Man, and I wave my American flag box over my head. I go, whee! Come on in, boys, the water's fine. And I'm all screaming like that. And then everyone turns and looks at me. Their eyes get all big, like, holy fuck, it's happening. Curtis did it. He's a hero. Right? I felt like a savior in that moment, right? All the men grab their waistbands. All the girls grab their bikini tops. They're getting ready to rip them off. And all of a sudden, the owner of that, not the friend whose house we're at, give me a fake name.
Vinny.
Okay, Vinny he jumps out the jacuzzi, hops in right next to me. My first thought is like, I was hoping a girl would hop in next. You're kind of killing the ratio right now, bud. But then he hops in and then he grabs my shorts and starts pulling them out of my hands.
Oh.
Instantly, I'm like, fuck, I'm sober. And I'm like, okay, this is the worst possible case scenario. And I'm like, what are you doing? Stop. And I'm like the sober one. He's super drunk. He's just not talking. He's grabbing my shorts with both hands going, and he's trying to pull them out of my hands. And I'm like, what are you doing? Stop. And everyone's going, Vinny, stop. Vinny, what are you doing? Stop. And he's going, and he's trying to take it out. And I only have one hand on it. Left hand on my dick and balls, right hand on the swim trunks. And I'm holding it off pretty well because I'm just like pissed. I'm just annoyed. I'm like, okay, well, there goes that plan. What are you doing? Stop. Let go. What are you doing? And I could have held him off until he takes one of his gross ass untrimmed toenail feet and he picks it up. We're swimming right now. And he plants it on my chest.
Oh.
And he begins to push off of me. Yeah. And I'm like, what the fuck? He's got these long, crusty toenails on my foot, on my chest. I'm like, what the fuck? Vinny, stop. And then he starts to pull off. And I'm like, oh shit, he's making ground. My fingers are slipping. I'm like, holy shit. I don't know what to do. And I'm looking, everyone's looking at us like, Vinny, stop. And I'm like, okay, here's the thing. I could easily take my left hand off my dick and balls and easily get my swim trunks back. But I just came from a really warm jacuzzi to a really cold pool and everyone's looking at me. I was like, I'm not taking
You got the Microsoft going on right now.
Dude, it is the smallest my dick has probably ever been. I'm freezing in a pool and I'm scared. Dude is going inside out.
Dude's got a vagina
I got a vagina. I'm holding my dick and balls with my left hand and I'm like, I'm considering the possibility. Because if I, like, what would you do, okay? Would you take your left hand off, get your swim trunks back, but you lose your respect? Or just like lose the swim trunks?
I would go back in time and go home.
You'd go back in time. That's a very safe option. I wish I did that. I didn't even say what I think he was doing with the swim trunks yet. Because I'm looking at him, I'm like, Vinny, stop. Stop what you're doing. Give me back my trunks. Like, I'm talking very cohesively, right? Because I'm like, I'm clear of mind. Everything, I'm using every negotiation tactic I have. Hey, stop. What are you doing, bud? And I'm like thinking, okay, let's think. Vinny isn't that smart. He doesn't think ahead. And he's not that funny. I know you're thinking like, why are you his friend? He had a jacuzzi, okay? So I'm thinking like
fake ass friend moment right there.
I'm thinking like, what's he gonna do with my shorts when he gets them? And I'm thinking like, he has a very small brain. He's probably gonna think it's funny to throw him over like the neighbor's fence. And then as I'm thinking this, I'm looking in his eyes and he's looking at me and then over to the neighbor's fence. And I'm like, fuck, he's definitely going to do that. He's looking over to the left. I'm like, fuck, that's the nearest fence. I'm like, I need these shorts back now or never. And right before I take my left hand off my dick and balls, I hear splash and something smacks my bare right ass cheek. And then something comes up to my right. And I go, what the fuck? And I look over and it's one of my friends. And he puts his arm around me, my naked body. He puts his arm around me with his left arm. And then with his right arm, he grabs my swim trunks. And before I can say anything, another splash. And then I look over to my left and it's his girlfriend. Same thing. She puts her arm around me and then grabs the swim trunks. And I'm like, what the fuck? They're holding me. I'm bare naked. And my only thought is like, this is just like that scene from Goblet of Fire. And I look over at my friend and I was all like, thank you. And he's all like, we can only buy you so much time. When we get your swim trunks back, you have to get to safety. And I'm like, what? I look over at his girlfriend and she's all like, we love you very much, son. And I go, thank you, mom and dad. And they push him off. They get me back my swim trunks. I swim to the corner of the pool and I put them back on. It's very hard to put on swim trunks when you're swimming. It's easier to take them off.
Oh my
and I put them back on and I crawl back in the jacuzzi and I'm all sore. I'm all pissed. I was like, thank you guys so much for saving me. And then we're like looking over at Vinny. We're like, what were you thinking on doing? Like, what was your plan? And he's just like, I was gonna throw him over the fence. It was gonna be funny. You guys ruin everything. And I was like, oh my God, go fuck yourself. My name is Curt.
I'm Jason.
And you're listening to Bird Bones. I was at work the other day and I was eavesdropping and my coworkers were talking about twin flame versus soulmates. Have you heard this before?
There's a band called that, I think.
Twin Flame?
Or a song.
Okay, well, that makes sense. I've never heard this before. So at least you've heard it in pop culture, at least. I was like, what the fuck is Twin Flame? And I'm eavesdropping. They just had a whole conversation. I'm stealing content from it. But they said a twin flame or a soulmate is like someone you're destined to be with. Yeah, are you Googling it? Pull up the proper definitions, actually.
Twin Flames by Klaxons. Good song.
Oh, you're pulling up the song. Okay. It's a good song.
It's a good song. I knew it was a song or something.
That's a bonus song of the week.
Yeah, go listen to that. It's a good one.
So basically, they were talking about like the difference between a soulmate and a twin flame. And they're saying, oh, a soulmate is like, everyone knows that. Like it's someone you're destined to be with. You guys' souls perfectly complement each other. But a twin flame is like a soul that's been divided into two bodies. Like it's two parts of the same soul. So Jason.
So then you have two girlfriends?
No, that's the, you did not take away anything. Which one are we? Are we twin flame or soulmate?
The twin flame is a concept that promotes an intense and powerful soul connection between two individuals. What was the other option? Soulmate?
Yeah, soulmate.
Okay. I like to think we're soulmates just because it's a little bit gayer.
I'd go even get. I think we're twin flames. I'm eavesdropping to them, and that's my first thought. They're describing the difference between twin flame and soulmate, and I'm like, okay, so Kylie's definitely my soulmate, which leaves Jason as my twin flame. But I think if you look up the actual definition, it's like, oh, not everyone has a twin flame, but I was like, I do. Me and Jason are the exact same person. We're not two parts of the same soul. We're the soul that got accidentally copied and pasted.
You know what? That's kind of true because if a twin flame is like a soul that got split into two, that kind of happened like 10 years ago.
What happened?
We got split apart.
Oh, dude, I thought you had a twin that got killed in the womb and you're actually 10 years old. I don't know why. Little behind the scenes. I'm drinking a little bit to calm my nerves. Yes, I've heard the past 2 episodes and I sound like yabbity, yabbidoo, yabbity. So I'm drinking to calm my nerves. I'm extremely sweaty and my brain is operating at half level.
Using your last 3.5 brain cells to try and get your way through this episode.
Trying to form a sentence. We're going to see if this works.
Why use more word when less word
Do trick. I think we're definitely twin flames. Also, I would like to say, because you're my brother, would you mind explaining where you've been for the past 8 hours? I was worried sick. You said we were going to record. I'm not even kidding, Jason. I don't want to sound over dramatic, but I have your location services on, and I kept checking, and I was like, Jason's not moving. He said we were going to record at 5. That was like 2 hours ago. I don't know what's happened. I was like, I don't know who I call. I was like, do I have his sister's number? I was legit freaking out. And I'm like, Jason, I hope you're okay. I was calling you, texting you. I'm like, I'm going to drive over there. I sent you a screenshot of me about to drive down to your house, which is 22 hours away, nonstop, no hotels. And I was like, Jason, are you okay? And then you're like, oh, I was in the pool. I just left my phone inside. I was like, Jason, this is 2023. You can't leave your phone places. You have to check it every once in a while. I was worried sick. I was sweating.
I honestly...
But I had to find a new co-host.
I honest to God thought I was going to get in the pool because I got there at 3 my time, which is like 1 your time. And I was like, yeah, dude, I should be home by 7 my time. We're going to eat dinner at like 5 or 6. I'll drive 30 minutes home. It'll be perfect. Well, then like, hold on. I just dropped the thing I was fidgeting with.
Very important that you get that back.
Very important. No, so I was like, yeah, I got an easy 3 hours in the pool, time to eat dinner, time to chat, head home, record the episode. Well, we didn't eat dinner until 6, and then I got right back in the pool because I'm an asshole.
You didn't even check your phone or anything?
No, I didn't even. I like went inside, made a burger, and went back outside and got in the pool. We were drinking.
I don't remember the last time I had so much fun that like I didn't check my phone. Actually, when I'm drinking by the pool,
I don't know.
That's like a different dimension.
I am usually on top of my phone, but like when I'm in the pool with my dad and
that's pool time, baby.
my grandparents and stuff, I'm like, dude, I gotta cherish this shit. I leave the phone in the room, like the back rooms. I leave the phone in the guest bedroom and I don't check that mofo until I get out. And honestly, I didn't really know what time it was because I didn't have my phone. Nobody really had their phones. And I forgot that the sun sets really late now in the summer.
What worried me is when I made that joke and I was like sending a screenshot of me driving to your house, Apple Maps showed as your side of the earth, your little share of it was like nighttime. It was black with all the lights on. And I was like, oh my God, it's nighttime there. And Jason hasn't responded. I thought, Jason, I was considering the possibility that I would have to replace you on here or something.
Yeah, sorry about that one. But rest assured, I'm okay. I'm here now. But anyways, my dad and I were having some deep conversations about life. Titties.
Titties are alive. What makes it worse? What makes it so scary? Not so scary because you're alive. Jason, I was worried. I'll stop playing up the worriedness, but I was worried. What made it worse was that we were supposed to record at 5 my time, and I didn't get back till 7. And I felt really bad. So I'm like texting you, trying to keep you updated. I was like, oh, hey, I was at a reptile thing, and I'm going to come back to that because I got a funny story. I got a bonus bird bones for you. I was like, I'm at this reptile thing. Traffic's going really bad. I'll probably be back around 7. And I got home at 7. You still weren't texting me. And I was, Jason, I was, I got home even later than that because we were supposed to record 5 my time, I think. So yeah, 2 hours later, dude, I was worried. But guess what happened at the reptile thing?
What happened at the reptile thing?
Did I even tell you I went to a reptile thing?
No.
Okay, so I wake up and it was like 10 a.m. Because I got to sleep in because it was Saturday and I usually work this time. But I wake up and I get a call from Kylie and she's calling me and she's saying like, oh man, like I was supposed to go to this reptile convention with my family, but now they can't go anymore. And I don't want to go alone. She'll never just ask straightforward, hey, could you take me? She's like, man, it really sucks because I really wanted to go and my family won't take me. And I was like, I'll shower. I'll come over in like 10 minutes. I'm a good boyfriend. So we left late though. If she went with her family, they were supposed to go early and like there's terrible traffic. It's like an hour and a half commute to this place. Sorry, I should clarify. It's a reptile, not a reptile thing. It's a reptile I don't know the word for it. It's a big ass auditorium they rent out at like a convention center, and people go there and they bring all of their animals to like sell. And it's not just like big animals like, oh, they do sell snakes, but they'll sell like bugs for your snakes or for your reptiles. They even sell spiders. It's all the creepy crawlies that most people would be like, cockroach. It's like they sell all those things, and it's huge. It's like a big thing. It happens like 2 times a year, I think.
Yeah.
And Kylie goes to them every single time because she has all the cool animals, all the creepy crawlies.
It's like a flea market.
It's more professional. Like they have banners, like people who have like a reptile store who are nearby.
They literally sell fleas.
Yeah, it's a literal flea market. And we go there, and it's a pretty cool thing, but it was like an hour and a half drive. So we got there super late, and then the entire time I wasn't thinking about anything because I'm sitting, my body's neutral. I'm driving. Traffic sucks. Oh my God, I don't want to rant about it, but Kylie's car is terrible. It's like a Nissan something or rather, and it's like this cheap car that like
Nissan Versa.
Good job. I don't even know the car. It was a Nissan Versa, and that sounds right.
I've been there twice. I've seen that car.
You've been there twice. You remember the car? I just know it's a great car. That's all. And the license plate is.
And the license plate is CB8961.
If you see a little girl with brown curly hair, you feel free to kidnap her. She works Monday through Friday. We take her car, and I don't want to rant too much about it, but man, those cars are not meant for anybody over like 5'10". I could not, my foot was burning. So all my pain was focused on my foot. That when we stood up and we're walking into the place, then I was like, oh my God, dude, my butthole is burning.
Whoa.
Like I'm trying to walk. I'm like, I didn't realize it when I was sitting down, but I was like, I guess I didn't wipe that good this morning. My physical booty hole was like burning. I was like, oh my God, like if you miss a speck of poop, it burns your butt cheeks. And I know I'm not trying to be gross, but like I'm very clean with my butt. I spread my cheeks in the shower. But when I'm wiping, there's so much ass hair, I just can't help but miss a couple spots. And I didn't realize it till we're walking. My butthole's like, like it's burning. And I'm like, oh fuck, I need to wipe my booty cheeks.
Ass is on fire.
We get to the bathrooms, and Kylie's like, I guess I gotta pee. I'm like, you go in there, I just gotta quickly wipe my ass, which it's kind of weird because I didn't have to pee or poop. I just had to go over to a stall and just like physically wipe my ass.
There's no shame in a rewipe.
Yeah, dude. Okay, a rewipe's normal. Do you ever have to like once in a while, like, oh, I missed a spot, I'm gonna go back real fast. My booty hole's itching and burning.
This is some ground that I broke with my dad recently.
Was it this deep talk at the pool that you were talking about?
He's the first person besides you who's been like, I gotta go wipe my ass. I was like, oh, I feel seen.
I feel validated. She goes off to the girls' bathroom. Obviously, I go into the boys', but there's 3 stalls. Left and right ones are both taken. The doors are shut, and I can see people's feet with their pants around their ankles. Middle one, door's cracked open. I don't hear anything. I'm walking up. I open the door. I push it open, and then I am like half a foot behind a guy just standing there and pissing. No. He wasn't pissing. He wasn't making any noise. And he just turned around and looked at me. He was like, excuse me? And I was like, oh, sorry, what? I just ran out of there. I didn't get to wipe my ass. I was in a stall with another stranger. It was a big, burly, bearded man. And I've never been so close to, I've never even been that close to my girlfriend. I was like right behind him, and I'm like a little bit taller than him. So my mouth is like whispering right in his ear. And I go, oh shit. And I say that. So he's just pissing. He hears, oh shit. No, sorry. I keep saying he's pissing. He was not pissing. There was no audible noise to deter me from going in that stall. The door was fully cracked open. Like I moved it just an inch and you could see him, but I was already like wading my way through there. So I basically, long story short, I molested this man. I gave him a traumatic bathroom experience. I just ran out of there and I hid until Kylie got out.
How did you get that close to him?
Well, I didn't do it on purpose. Obviously, it was an accident, Jason. I can't explain myself any more than that. I didn't mean to do
totally
this.
Right.
I don't know how, but I did it.
He's in the wrong for sure, but like...
Door open. Who leaves the door open when they go to the stall?
You look under the other 2 stalls and you're like, feet. I just imagine he has his feet straddling both sides of the stall, waiting for somebody to walk in and just like, wait, what the fuck? Why was the door open?
So I think my brain filled in that third set of legs. I do see the feet in the stall close to me and the door shut, but the furthest stall, I only see the door shut. I didn't see feet. So that's a good call. I didn't make up the story.
Okay, you interpolated the feet into that third stall.
I self-interpolated the feet. When I replay the memory in my mind, I see feet.
Imagine you open the door and the guy just grabs you and RKOs your ass over his shoulder.
Only took that's not even a full tall boy, and I'm gone, Jason. Am I enunciating better?
Yeah, you sound great.
Thank you. I love you. Okay, what were you going to say?
Going back to your reptile convention story about feeling like you don't fit in, I don't think that I ever felt more out of place than when I went to the My Chem concert.
Dude, oh my God, Sam, we never talked about our different things when we went to the My Chem concert. What was yours like?
So I bought a Danger Days shirt to wear there because I'm like, that's the first album I really listened to. I don't care what anybody thinks. It's my favorite because it's the one that it's the one that allowed me to enjoy the rest of their music. I mean, yeah, you got the damn spider on the wall behind you.
This is the only flag I salute.
I went there in a Danger Days shirt, and like, dude, every single person was wearing a Black Parade shirt, 3 Cheers. That's it. Like Black Parade or 3 Cheers. It was so funny. Like, it was just a bunch of like girls with like crazy ass makeup, and I'm like, damn, I got the comb over and the MCR Danger Days shirt on. The worst memory of that concert was I had to go to the bathroom, and there was a couple walking back down the hall towards me. The guy was wearing like a Black Parade shirt, and the girl was wearing the same exact shirt that I had on.
The Danger Days one?
The Danger Days one, the exact same one. And it's the first one I saw.
Nice.
And like, as I passed, I was like, hey, I like your shirt. And they just kept walking. They did not acknowledge my existence at all.
Fake fans.
I was like,
my chem fans respect each other.
Yeah, I was like, we're wearing the same shirt. We both bought this shirt off Amazon and waited 3 weeks for it to show up. Why can't we acknowledge each other?
You know, it's funny. On the opposite end of that, I wore a Misfits shirt because
good call.
Some old Twitter, whatever, I don't know, something a long time ago was like, who wears the band shirt of the band when they go to their concert? And that's completely a reasonable thing to do, but I just got traumatized thinking like, oh, I don't do that for no reason. My brain just told me not to do that.
You saw that on Twitter because I liked it because it was a band called the Blue Stones that tweeted that.
You changed my brain chemistry because when I wore the Misfits shirt at my chem, some guy said, dude, nice shirt. And I turned around, some guys also wearing a Misfits shirt. And guess what else happened that day? Everyone's wearing my chem shirts. That was me and this guy were the only one wearing Misfits shirts. Guess what Gerard Way came out dressed as that day?
What did he dress as?
Dancing, baby! He dressed up as Misfits also. So everyone's all like looking at me like, why is that guy wearing a Misfits shirt? It's because also me and this other guy and Gerard Way are all wearing Misfits shirts. It was a sign from the gods.
Dude, that's actually pretty sick.
I didn't mean to break my mic when I did that. I'm sorry. We're going to see how that comes out in the edit. But I just got so excited because I saw that and I was screaming at Kyle. I was like, oh, he's dressed as dancing. He's dressed as dancing. I was screaming and no one could hear me over the everyone else screaming because we're all screaming Gerard Way. Dude, I fucking love my Ken.
I don't even remember. Like, I'm so jealous because everybody else got like, oh, he was dressed up as this. Oh, he came out in a cheerleader costume. I'm like, oh, dude, that sounds so fun and like interesting. Dude, he literally came out just like wearing the Foundations of Decay set. It was just like a gray torn up shirt and like pants.
He doesn't have that many outfits, but when he wears them, he wears them. Dude, I wish dude, there was one where he dressed up as Dracula and I was like, holy fuck, if I got no, but the Misfits one was special to me. I love the Misfits one because that made me feel validated.
I actually wonder if he was dressed up as something and I'm just uncultured and didn't get it.
Send me a picture because the Danzig one wasn't obvious. It was a shirt that Danzig wore sometimes on stage.
Yeah.
We'll find out later. But I will say, I fucking love Gerard Way. Oh my God, dude. That's all I got to say. I was talking to Kylie and I was like, hot damn, I want to start another My Chem podcast. There's only one really good My Chem podcast out there called My Chemical Fancast. And if you listen to them, it's like they do it better than everybody. There's no reason to start another My Chem podcast, but all I want to do is talk about Gerard Way and his influences and everything. He spans across everything. He does Spider-Man. Here's my Chem facts coming out. Okay, the director for all 3 of the 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge music videos did Spider-Man 2. The same church that was in Spider-Man 2 was the same church in Helena. Gerard Way, I've heard different things. I've heard Gerard Way was about to write for Batman, and I've also heard in a documentary called The Midnight Curfew that he's actually going to write for Spider-Man. I don't know if those are different or the same.
Oh my God.
Gerard Way created Penny Parker. Everything I love. Gerard Way, My Chemical Romance and Spider-Man, it all spans across. Gerard Way created the character Penny Parker, which was in Across the Spider-Verse, and in the comic book, oh my God, I love everything. In the comic book of the Penny Parker Spider-Verse comic book, Gerard Way's in there, and it's rumor, it's legend that Ray Toro, the lead guitarist of My Chemical Romance, used to carry a Spider-Man action figure in his pocket to give him confidence when he played. Boom, everything connects to everything. You ever play Wikipedia? You ever play Wikipedia? What was it called? Easter egg hunt, something like that. Someone would give you a Wikipedia page, like your buddy, and he would be like, "Okay, you have 10 clicks to get from Snoop Dogg to Minecraft."
Yeah. I don't think I've ever played that, but I've heard about it, and I've always wanted to try it.
Dude, we should do that soon.
Hey, I pulled up the concert. I'm going to show it to you.
Show me his outfit. It's a black shirt, ladies and gentlemen. Jason got the worst outfit.
I think I said it was a gray shirt, but it's actually a black shirt and gray pants.
It's still Gerard Way, baby. Well, what another great episode of Bird Bones. Thank you so much for listening. This is actually going to be the first episode that has a clip that I post to TikTok. So if you're here from TikTok, thank you so much for checking this out. I know that took a lot of your time to get off TikTok and commit to a podcast. I appreciate that. We actually have 2 other episodes also out right now. Episode 1 has my favorite story from Jason. Jason, what's your favorite story so far?
Honestly, I think that my favorite story is from episode 2 from you.
I love you
Isn't
so
that
much.
just romantic?
So check those ones out. And while you got your phone in your hand and you're also going to, hopefully rate Bird Bones and also queue up another episode, we'd appreciate that. Why don't you also queue up Jason's Song of the Week? Jason, what are we listening to?
My song of the week is going to be Foreground Music by Ron Gallo, spelled Rongallo.
What made you choose that song?
I like the lyrics. It's kind of funny. It's kind of perplexing. There's a verse in the song. It says, by the way, how are there so many t-shirts on Earth? I mean, let's say on average, everyone has 15. You times that by billions of people. How is there enough raw materials? I wear the same 3 of them. I've got 124 too many, and they just keep coming.
This is a lyric?
That's a verse from the song. It's a funny song. Go listen to it.
We're all going to queue it up right now. Thank you for listening to Bird Bones.
Thank you.
Next time on Bird Bones. And he opens the door, and there is shit going down the side of the walls. No! Yes, Jason.